What's good, everybody? How y'all doing? It's your boy Anthony, aka Rafa, coming today again with another video, another message. I believe we are on day 19 of the journey, and we're here, baby. We are here, and I just want to come give y'all a word. Like, look, I don't know. This one may be short, but I'm learning with all these videos. You don't know what's bound to happen. I don't even know what's bound to happen. Anything can happen. It could be 3 minutes. It could be 4. It's turning to 30. I don't know, but I let it go how it's supposed to go. I let it flow how it needs to flow. But I just want to come today and tell somebody, man, that you are enough. You are enough. It's okay with whatever you're going through right now. You are enough. Everything's going to be all right. I don't know personally what you're going through, but whatever it is that you're going through it for a reason. Don't stop. Because if you're going through it, that means when you go through something, that there's something on the other end. But if you stop, then you're stopping in that which you're going through, and you're not going to make it out on the other side. Don't stop. I don't know what you're going through, but whatever it is that you're going through, it's meant to build you. It's meant to build you. It's meant to strengthen you. It's meant to to teach you things that only whatever you're going through can teach you. But you got to be willing and open to learn that lesson. But I just want to come let some people know today. Today's topic is talk it out. Just talk it out. Whatever it is that you're going through, talk it out. Talk about it. Even if you gotta get on your phone, turn your camera on. If you gotta get on TikTok, if you gotta get on Instagram, talk it out. Talk out the pain that you're experiencing. Talk out the hurt that you're experiencing. Talk out the regret that you're experiencing. Talk out the trauma. Talk it out. A lot of people don't understand they're suffering simply because they're not talking enough. We done got so used to being closed mouthed. We done got so used to people saying, "Stop! Don't talk about that." No, we gonna leave that in the closet. Don't bring that up. That we holding in dangerous things that's eating us up on the inside. And we wondering why we suffering. We wondering why we angry. We wondering why we sad. We wondering why we depressed. We wondering why we all these things because we're not talking enough. We're not talking to our parents. We're not talking to our siblings. We're not talking to our friends. We're not talking to the pastor. We're not talking to our life groups. We're not talking to the people that's around us. But you know what's crazy? And this ain't even crazy. Lord forgive me. This ain't even crazy. You want to know what's interesting? Is the fact of you have to trust to talk. You have to, and even for you to like some of the stuff that we need to be talking out, everybody don't need to know. That's why even if you get on your phone and turn on your record and turn on your video for where you talking to yourself, just talk it out. For where you can go back. You can go back and look at what you said. You can go back and hear what you said and actually analyze the feelings, actually analyze what was said, actually get answers from what you're talking out. A lot of people don't know that a lot of the stuff that you feeling right now, you have your own answers, but you have to be willing to talk it out. But you also have to trust yourself enough to know that I'm ready to let this out, that I'm ready to let this go, that I'm ready to depart from it, that I'm ready to stand apart from my pain, and look at it. And analyze it and actually see where did it come from. To actually see, okay, where did this hurt come from? Oh, it came from when I was a kid. Oh, it came from when my brothers or my sisters did this. Oh, it came from when, my parents did this. And now it's turned into this. But you got to be willing to talk it out. You got to be willing to talk out that trauma. You got to be willing to let it out. And let it sit before you, and you really sit here like a counselor and analyze what's going on. You just gotta talk it out. It's not that hard. But a lot of us are holding on to things, and we're wondering why we're suffering. We're wondering why we're going through so much. We're wondering why there seems like there's always this internal battle within your mind. Why is this? It seems like there's a battle going on the inside that nobody else knows about, but it comes out on the outside, and people say, "Oh, they're just angry." People just say, "Oh, that's just who they are." People just say, oh, that's man, that person got issues. They just got problems. They've been like that since they've been a kid, but they don't know what you've been holding on to. They don't know what you've been keeping on the inside. They don't know that you've been molested. They don't know that you've been beat. They don't know that your uncle tampered with you. They don't know. They don't know. They don't know. They don't know. They don't know what you've been through. Only you know what you've been through, but you gotta let that stuff out. You don't gotta tell everybody. You don't gotta tell the world. You don't, like, some people's stories are different. Like, I'm okay with the stuff that I've been through, and I can get on camera and I can tell it because I'm not ashamed of it anymore. But the things that you're holding on to, the reason you're holding on to it is because the devil is literally guilt tripping you. The devil is literally shame tripping you. The devil is literally causing you to feel shame of the things that you had no control over. It's time to let that stuff out. It's time to bring that stuff to the light. Because when we bring the things that we're battling with to the light, you're literally putting you're literally putting the devil's tactics out in the light to be exposed. So therefore now it does not have power over you anymore. That anger won't have power over you anymore. That trauma won't have power over you anymore. That shame won't have power over you anymore. That frustration won't have power over you anymore. That lust won't have power over you anymore. You gotta let out what it is that you've been holding in. If you battle with porn addiction, get on camera. You don't gotta share it with nobody. Get on camera and talk to yourself. And go back and look at what you said. If you battling with lust, talk it out. If you battling with sexual addiction, talk it out. If you battling with stuff that you ashamed of, talk it out. If you battling with something that you just like, what is this about? This is not who I am. It's not who you are. If you can state that out your mouth, it's not who you are. It's something that it's a false identity that is trying to make you identify with something that God never called you to be. Talk it out. Talk out the childhood hurt. Talk out how you feel because you were rejected when you were 6 years old. Talk out how your siblings rejected you made you feel, or that's how you seen it. Because sometimes we see stuff a certain way at a certain age, and that's not really what it was. It was more to it. But we took on this self-isolation. We took on this hurt. We took on this pain. And now we look up and we 25, we 30, we 45, and we angry. We bitter. We all these things that we once were not. Talk this stuff out, people. Because when you talk it out, you're letting it out. And when you're letting it out, it no longer is inside of you. Do you not know the things that you're holding on to is literally eating you up from the inside, and literally is causing you to become something that you were never intended to be? But what's crazy is the things that you talk out, the things that's within you that you're ashamed of, that you're scared to confront, that you're scared to face, that they actually have answers to who you really are. There's actually wisdom in the pain. There's actually wisdom in the frustration. There's actually wisdom in the trauma. There's actually wisdom in the abuse. And a person can probably look at me right now and say, how? The stuff that we go through is lessons in it. If you just let it out, I promise you there's an answer. There is an answer waiting to be revealed through you letting out the things that you're struggling with, the things that you're battling with, the things that you've been holding on to, the things that you've been ashamed of to let the world know, the things that you've been too ashamed of to let out and face yourself. One day, I'm telling somebody right now, if you are willing to face your demons, you will realize that they were not that powerful. That you gave them more power than they ever had. They're actually weaker than you know. I'm telling you because I know, because when I decided to face my own demons, when I decided to start going deeper and figure out what's wrong with me, there's nothing wrong with you. When I started to decide to go deeper to figure out what's going on, because there's nothing wrong, you need to figure out what's going on the inside. And I came to the realization that I brought forth these things that I was ashamed of. I brought forth the things that I was battling with on the inside. I brought forth the things that I did not like about myself. And I realized that they were nothing but powerless demons that I gave power to. And when I chose to face them, they were this small. Right now, your demons seem huge. Right now, your demons seem like giants. But you got to understand that they're actually nothing but a pebble They're literally showing you something that they are not, and you have come to believe that your demons are huge and that you can't defeat them. You gotta always remember, when you stepping into different levels, you're gonna fight different demons, but they're not that strong. You got, when you ready to talk this stuff out, when you ready to let these things out, when you ready to face your trauma, face your pain, face your suffering, face your frustration, face the rejection, you will come to the realization that it had no power at all, and you gave it all the power that you felt like that it had over you. You gave those things your power. Now it's time for you to take your power back. But for you to take your power back, you gotta talk out these things. Talk it out. Talk out what hurts you. Talk out what bothers you. Talk out where you are right now in life. Talk out the things that you don't understand. Talk it out, because guess what? Now you're laying it out on the table before the Lord. And he said, now I can do something about it. Now I can reveal to you why you went through that. Now I can show you what that was about. Now I can show you how this actually was building and molding you into something better. Come on, now talk it out. Talk it out. A lot of people don't know that when you actually get to talking, you got your own answers. And the way that I came to this message is the fact that I thought about the video, what the video label, what type of love is this, and I started ranting. And I dawned on that video, and it was just like, the more I talked, the more I felt better. A lot of people don't know you hurting right now because you ain't let it out. And it came to me as plain as day. Talk it out. Talk this stuff out. Talk the abuse out. Talk the self-hate out. You not loving yourself. Talk it out. Talk these toxic things out of your very being. Talk it out. Put it on the table. Lay it before the Lord. Put it right before you and watch what God do for you. Watch what God do for you. Stop playing. Talk this stuff out, y'all. Because as long as you're not talking it out, you've trapped, you got it within you, and it's trapped, and it's literally taking hold of you and keeping you hostage. And every day you're suffering. Them demons ain't suffering. Them spirits ain't suffering. You're suffering. The physical person is suffering. You're experiencing an internal torment because you're not talking it out. Let this stuff go. Talk it out. It's time to drop it. You know how people, when they on a stage and they done said something so cold, where basically I done did what I came to do. I done said what I said. I done basically, what I'm really finna do is shoot a shot. Drops mic. It's time for y'all to drop the mic. It's time for y'all to drop those things that's been within you too long. It's time for you to talk it out, let it go, and drop it where it is. And keep it pushing and step into who you've been meant to be. The thing is, as long as you're not talking out these things, as long as you're not talking out the toxicity, you're going to become those things that you're holding within you. And I choose not personally to become something that God never intended me to be. Like, and if I didn't choose to talk out the things that I battle with, I wouldn't be here right now on this camera to give somebody a message, because I'll be too worried about what somebody else thinking. I'll be too worried about how people trying to judge me. I'll be too worried about the shame that the devil trying to make me feel. Oh, you didn't speak good enough. Oh, you tripped over your words. Somebody gonna be talking about you. Well, guess what, devil? I don't care. I don't care anymore. With where I am in life, I have nothing to lose. I don't care, man. I don't care if I don't speak good enough. I don't care if I'm not the best speaker in the world. I don't care if I didn't articulate the message how I probably could have. It got articulated how it needed to get articulated. So guess what? Me talking out that I'm scared to be rejected. Me talking out that I do care what other people think. I'm talking that stuff out. But guess what? I actually don't. That's my hurt talking. That's my pain talking. That's my rejection talking. That's my trauma talking. And it's not even mine. That's the things that I've dealt with for too long talking. Guess what? Talk this stuff out and you'll realize it had no power at all. You will realize that really, that was never you. Talk it out. And that's all you gotta do. And watch what happens. Watch how you feel lighter when you choose to talk out those things that's been dragging you down. When you choose to talk out those things that's been literally pulling you back into old environments, pulling you back into old habits, pulling you back into old thought patterns. Talk it out. Talk it out. You know, like instead of throwing up, this is spiritual throw up. You talking out the things that you battle with is you spiritually throwing that stuff up and getting it out your system. And that's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. Spiritually throw up the things that your body is now rejecting by talking it out. And if you don't feel confident enough to look at yourself in the camera and record yourself and talk it out, go to somebody that you trust and just tell them to listen. I don't want no answers. I don't want no feedback. I just need to hear myself talk. I just want somebody to listen. And tell them, can you just listen to me? I need to talk this stuff out. I need to talk through what I'm going through. And watch where you end up. Watch how you feel lighter. Watch how you feel more at peace because you've let out all that bull crap. Talk it out, baby. Talk it out. I'm talking to men and women. Talk it out. Lay it before God and see what he show you through the things that you've let out. And that's all I got to say. Y'all have a great and blessed day. And if this helped you, like it. I'm recommending y'all to like this video, share this video, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. Because if this did something for you, this can do something for somebody else. Share it to your brothers. Share it to your sisters. Share it to your cousins. Share it to your aunts and your uncles. Share it to your friends. Those that you say that you love and that say that they love you. Because we all dealing with something that we holding in on the inside. It ain't just you. It ain't just me. Everybody's dealing with it. And this video needs to reach as many souls as possible. Talk it out. It's time that we talk these things out, and we got to stop holding on to these false identities. We got to stop holding on to these traumas. We got to stop holding on to these past hurts. We got to stop holding on to the stuff that happened to us growing up. We got to let this stuff out, and we got to be free so that we can be free to be who God called us to be wholeheartedly, be who God called us to be fully, be who God called us to be in all totality. Come on now. Talk this stuff out and send this to somebody, because somebody need to hear this. But y'all have a great and blessed day, and I just want to thank each and every person that's going throughout this journey with me, and y'all be blessed, and I love y'all, and I look forward to whatever God gives me next. But y'all be great throughout this day, and today take baby steps and talk it out. Let's go.